welcome to the Little Theater at Virginia Beach's production of Threads, written by Abbie Korman, directed by myself, Karen Bookheim. This evening's episode called Long Distance, and it speaks to a couple of friends who spent a lot of time together in their younger years who are now in different parts of the country. And where did these characters come from, Abbie?
Well, these characters, I would say this monologue is very inspired by my own growing up. A lot of it is based on a friendship that I had and still have with a dear friend, probably from about 6th grade, and we definitely had some good times. And I feel like it speaks to the continuity of friendships. Like, she doesn't live in California like these two women, one on East Coast, one on West Coast. She lives in Richmond. Her name is Crystal, and she's still a very dear friend. We don't speak that often, not every day, but when we're together, it's like we can take ourselves right back to that spot, and it is so much fun. I think we all have that experience with somebody in our life that we can reminisce and remember those times when we felt like we had the world by its tail.
Very good. All right, presenting Long Distance, starring Anne Heywood.
Singing phonogram for a Ms. Anne Maria Carlson. Happy birthday to you, cheek to cheek. Happy birthday to you, cheek to cheek. Happy birthday, dear Anne Maria. Happy birthday to you, cheek to cheek. Damn it! How do you know it was me? Thanks. I don't recall anyone ever praising you for your operatic talents either. So, how's it feel, you old lady, you? Yeah? Well, you know, I woke up this morning with a terrible thought. Well, I realized I won't be able to trust you anymore. Because you're fucking 30 years old now, Annie. Yeah, I know, but I've got 6 whole months to go. Just think, right now there's a whole decade between us. Come on. Where did your sense of humor go? What, life becomes so serious now that you've turned 30? Well then tell me, did you have a fun day? You gotta be kidding. How come you work so late? I thought you'd be out on the town celebrating with that new beau of yours. Damn the man. Actually, I was all set to sing to your answering machine. Oh, God, Annie, I'm sorry. What happened? Last time we talked, things were going great. Really? Oh, sounds like an absolute jerk. Yeah, I know. It sucks the big one, doesn't it? Hey, but listen, one guy's opinion doesn't mean shit. I mean, you've got a lot going for you. You're a fucking attorney for Paramount Pictures, for Christ's sake, so screw him. You deserve better than that. What do you mean, what's new with me? I'm all pissed off about some asshole dumping you, and you're changing the subject. You always do that. It's like an art with you. Okay, I get the message. So let's talk about my thrilling life instead, right? So, where did I leave off? Oh, that's right. And I said we'd be moving back the end of June. So, here we are, back in good old Norfolk, Virginia, home to 100 zillion sailors. And now the Truitt family. Yeah, they're fine. Julie finished up kindergarten right before we left Connecticut. Yeah, can you believe it? 6 in August. And Tyler will be in preschool in the fall, thank the Lord. Yeah. Yeah, the baby's fine. Oh, she's starting to talk up a storm. Sure, I guess it's okay being back. Oh, but I just miss being so close to Manhattan. The shopping really sucks here. And I really miss going to theater. But I'll adjust. Look, it's not like I have much of a choice. But the good news is there's 2 sets of grandparents who can't wait to babysit. Yep, he started back to work last week. I just hope he made the right decision leaving Wall Street. I mean, it's not going to be a piece of cake working with his dad. I just can't wait for the day I get to help plan the old man's retirement party. That's all. Hey, but I didn't call to talk about all this crap. It's your birthday, the big 3-0. Oh, I'd love to be with you today, too. Hey, listen, it's not my fault you chose to live on the other side of the country where you get to worry about earthquakes. Hurricanes just never had the same excitement for you, did they? Hey, what is the deal here? Did your sense of humor go out for the evening and leave you all alone? Well, then what's wrong? You upset about that guy? Oh, Annie, come on. You turned 30, not 80. Get off it. Listen, I've got an idea. Fly back east and I'll throw you a party. I don't know, I'd find a few people to come. There's probably a Granby High grad or 2 still hanging around. I'll throw you a party like the one your mom did that time. What was it, your 13th? How could I forget it? That was the party where we let the boys finally talk us into playing Spin the Bottle. And then your mother came down in the basement when it was my turn to kiss Mark Miller. Of course she knew what was going on. She may have been a prude, but stupid she wasn't. I know. Go ahead and say it. All Mark Miller wanted to do was kiss Sharon Bradford. Hey, now see, that's who I could have invited to your party. Not Mark, dummy, Sharon. She's back in town too. Well, because I ran into her over at the health club. We were in the locker room together. Yep, still gorgeous. Yeah, we talked for a few minutes, but I didn't really hear anything she said. I was too busy searching for wrinkles. And damn it, I didn't see the first one. Hey, but the good news is, her boobs haven't grown an inch since 7th grade. No, same old Sharon. Maybe a little more prissy, that's all. God, remember how much we couldn't stand being in drama club with her? Oh, that's right. And how furious we were when she let Sharon play Dorothy and we had to be flying monkeys. I swear. You know, it sounds crazy, but I wish I would have taken drama club more seriously. Well, because what if I really had the talent to be an actress? Who knows where I could be now? Broadway, Hollywood, London. I swear, that was always my biggest problem. I never took things seriously. Maybe I was just too afraid. Thanks. You've always been my biggest cheerleader. You know that? And that's what I just can't figure out. How come you always have more confidence in me than I have in myself? I miss you too, Annie. What's it been? 3 years already? I'll get out there one of these days. Really? Once the kids get a little older and all. Of course, by then, you'll probably be a shriveled up old prune. You're supposed to laugh. Try it. I promise it won't hurt. Hey, but speaking of shriveled up old prunes, guess whose obituary was in the paper the other day? No, I don't read them every day. But now that I'm back here, it's sort of like a game to see if I know anyone. Okay, I agree. It's a sick thing to do. You're absolutely right. So now guess whose name I saw? Give up? Birdlegs Bradley. And can you believe she was only 83? Yes, I swear that's what it said. I know. Didn't it seem like she was that old when she was teaching geometry? Can't you just hear her now? Miss Carlson and Miss Joyce, take a breath. God, we never shut up in there, did we? Oh, you little brat. You just had to bring that up, didn't you, huh? Yep. She flunked me all right. And you know what I could never figure out? How in the hell she ever passed you. Please, you didn't know a hypotenuse from a hippopotamus. The only thing either one of us knew how to do was to turn a boring as shit geometry class into a party. Depressing. Now why is that so depressing? Don't tell me you're getting teary over bird legs kicking the bucket. Now I get you. Mm-hmm. Yup. We always did know how to have a good time, didn't we? It was almost like magic or something. Remember what your father used to tell us? You girls have got the world by its tail. God, I swear, somewhere along the line it must have just slipped right out of my hand. Oh, come on, Annie. You've still got a pretty tight hold on it. Nothing. I was just thinking about the time we both probably started to lose our grip a little. Remember the night we ran out of gas? Boy, I really thought we were going to die that night. Honestly, I did. Oh, give me a break. What, I had my license 2-3 months? So big deal. I wasn't in the habit of checking the gas gauge yet. Yeah. But just imagine what would have happened if that cop hadn't shown up. Oh, you're not kidding. A total asshole. What did he say? Something like, you girls look like you might be in trouble here. Too bad we didn't say, no, officer. We derive great pleasure from sitting on the side of Granby Street, scared shitless at 2 in the morning. Pissed? Ha, that's putting it mildly. God, the minute my father opened the door, I thought I was going to die all over again. My stomach still feels real queasy when I think of that night. Well, just because the thought that I may have to do a scene like that again. Only next time, I'm going to have to play the parent. Don't worry. You'll know what I'm talking about one of these days. Of course you will. Oh, Annie, that's totally absurd. Your eggs aren't going to dry up just like that. There'll be plenty left when Mr. Wright comes along. Hey, but in the meantime, I've got a great idea. No, really. I'll send Tyler and Julie to stay with you for a while. Then you'll start counting your blessings instead of your eggs. No, Actually, they're pretty good.
It's just that kids aren't afraid of anything. Nothing scares them. And that absolutely terrifies me. Oh, I swear, I wish I could put them all in a cage and let them out when it's time for college.
Yeah, I guess you're right. They'll grow up just fine. Look, we did.
Annie, remember when it was time for us to leave for college? You know, I wasn't afraid of leaving my parents or getting homesick or flunking out. I was just scared to death about how I was going to take a breath without you. God, I know, it seems like eons ago, doesn't it?
Oh, 1 second, it's like it all happened yesterday.
And the next, it's a lifetime ago. You know, it reminds me of that incredible hologram exhibit we saw the last time I met you in New York. Hmm? Remember how huge they were? And how some of the parts looked so close, like we could touch them? But when we put our fingers out, they weren't really there. Hey, how in the hell did we get started on all this? I was just calling to wish you a simple happy birthday. So, here goes. Happy birthday to you.
Moo.